Imagine standing just a few feet away from an anaconda. It doesn't move. Not for a minute. Not for 10. Perhaps not even for an hour. Most people would assume it's resting. But what if that silence isn't inactivity at all? What if every second of stillness is part of a carefully evolved strategy? Researchers studying ambush predators have found that waiting is often one of the most important decisions they make. Long before an anaconda moves a single muscle, it has already been collecting information about the world around it. By the end of this video, you'll discover that an anaconda's greatest weapon isn't its strength, it's its patience. To humans, doing nothing often feels unproductive. To an anaconda, doing nothing can be the smartest decision of the day. Unlike predators that chase their prey across long distances, anacondas survive by allowing opportunity to come to them. Every unnecessary movement burns energy and increases the chance of being noticed. Researchers describe this as energy optimization. Instead of asking, "How can I catch something?" the anaconda asks a quieter question. Is moving right now actually worth it? Remaining still has another advantage. It allows the anaconda to become part of the environment itself. Floating leaves drift past. Water ripples gently. Birds continue calling overhead. As the jungle relaxes, other animals begin behaving naturally again. Researchers have observed that prey animals are far less likely to react when a predator remains motionless. Sometimes, disappearing into the background is more powerful than moving through it. While the anaconda waits, the jungle keeps talking. Tiny ripples spread across the water. Branches bend. Birds suddenly fall silent. A capybara steps into the river. Every small change carries information. Anacondas don't need to see everything. They simply need enough clues to understand what is happening nearby. Long before the strike, the decision has already begun. Most people think patience is simply waiting. In nature, patience is choosing not to act too soon. If the prey is too far away, wait. If the angle isn't right, wait. If success isn't almost certain, wait. Every minute of stillness reduces unnecessary risk and saves valuable energy. What appears to be complete silence is actually a series of quiet decisions, each one bringing the anaconda closer to the perfect moment. And perhaps that's the most misunderstood part of all. The anaconda isn't being slow, it's being selective. Waiting only has value if you know what you're waiting for. An anaconda doesn't react to every movement it detects. Fish swim past, birds land nearby, leaves drift across the surface. Most of these moments are ignored. Researchers studying ambush predators have found that successful hunters filter enormous amounts of information before committing to action. The anaconda isn't searching for movement alone. It's searching for the right movement, one that offers the greatest chance of success with the smallest amount of effort. One of the biggest surprises is how often an anaconda chooses not to attack. From our perspective, every nearby animal looks like an opportunity, but every attack carries risk. A failed strike wastes energy. A struggling prey animal can cause injury. Researchers believe large predators constantly balance reward against cost before acting. Sometimes, the smartest hunt is the one that never begins. As the distance closes, the anaconda's world becomes increasingly focused. Every ripple, every vibration, every shift in the water. These subtle changes reveal where the prey is moving and how quickly. Scientists describe this as sensory integration, combining multiple streams of information to guide a decision. The anaconda isn't rushing. It is quietly reducing uncertainty until only one choice remains. To many animals, survival depends on speed. For an anaconda, survival often depends on patience. The longer it remains undetected, the more naturally the jungle behaves around it. Prey lowers its guard. Movement becomes relaxed. Opportunity quietly grows. Researchers have observed that many ambush predators succeed not because they're faster, but because they allow the environment to forget they are there. That may be patience's greatest advantage. It changes the behavior of everyone else. Then comes the moment no one notices. Not the strike, the decision. Long before the muscles move, the conditions finally align. The distance is right. The angle is right. The risk is acceptable. Only then does the anaconda leave its stillness behind. What looks like sudden action is actually the final step in a process that began many minutes earlier. The strike may last only a second, but the decision behind it took far longer. To us, waiting feels slow. To an anaconda, waiting is efficiency. Every unnecessary movement burns valuable energy. Every failed attempt increases the chance of injury. That is why researchers believe large ambush predators evolved to become incredibly selective. The goal isn't to chase every opportunity. It's to recognize the rare moment when success is most likely. The anaconda doesn't win because it moves more. It wins because it knows when not to move. That quiet discipline has allowed this ancient predator to survive for millions of years. People often imagine the anaconda controlling the hunt, but in many ways, the jungle decides first. The current changes, the wind shifts, the light fades. Animals choose where to drink. The anaconda simply waits for nature to create the right conditions. Researchers studying predator-prey behavior have found that success often depends more on timing than speed. The anaconda isn't forcing an opportunity, it's allowing one to arrive. Few people realize that patience is a form of intelligence, not because it requires complex thought like a human mind, but because it reflects an animal's ability to delay action until the conditions improve. The anaconda teaches a lesson found throughout nature. Not every opportunity deserves an immediate response. Sometimes, the best decision is simply to keep watching. And in the rainforest, that single decision can determine whether the next hunt succeeds or fails. So what has the anaconda really been doing during all that silence? It has been observing, filtering, comparing, waiting. Every quiet moment has brought it closer to certainty. By the time its body finally moves, the decision has already been made. What looks like incredible speed is simply the final chapter of a much longer story, a story written almost entirely in stillness. The next time you see an anaconda lying perfectly still, don't mistake its silence for inactivity. Beneath that calm surface is an animal constantly gathering information, conserving energy, and waiting for the moment when success becomes most likely. Perhaps that's why these remarkable snakes have remained among nature's most effective predators for millions of years, not because they are the strongest, but because they understand something many animals never learn. Patience is often more powerful than speed. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Which surprised you most? The incredible patience of the anaconda, or the silent decisions happening long before it ever moves? Tell us in the comments below. And if you enjoy exploring the hidden psychology of reptiles, subscribe to Cold-Blooded Minds, because sometimes the quietest predators have the sharpest minds.